Hello everyone and welcome back to Crypto Atlas. In this video, I will be talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's going to be very short. There's not very much news going on. If you guys are new to the channel, do not forget to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up like button as well. Let's try and get this video to at least 100 likes. Also, if you can, make sure you click that bell icon so you know whenever we have a new video. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get right into the news first off. This is actually a little bit more like community engagement. So I am on Twitter if you guys want to check me out, at Atlas Official TV. My name is right down below my webcam right here. I do retweet some things that people say. I might talk about some crypto or stock stuff myself, or maybe some anime things, but you guys can check me out if you guys would like to. So Michael Saylor says, as long as time flies and water falls, capital will flow from weak assets to strong. Hashtag Bitcoin. Documenting Bitcoin says, this is actually probably the biggest news that I could share with you guys today. The Central Bank of Nigeria has already reversed their ban on Bitcoin trading. This is extremely good news, right? India is in talks about potentially banning Bitcoin. And with recent news of things like with Visa and them rolling out for all their Bitcoin stuff, and then you had Morgan Stanley and them starting the onboarding process for a lot of their high-end clients for Bitcoin, I think this is helping pave the way to where India is going to say, you know what, maybe we should still allow it because look at all these other places and these companies are accepting it. Look at Elon Musk and Tesla and blah, 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 right? So we'll see how that goes. They'd be fools if they decided to ban it, so we'll see. Bitcoin stock to flow model on Bitcoin valued in gold like clockwork, no dollar supply estimate needed, no QE effects, indeed, no US dollar, right? So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next thing. This is in regards to Ethereum. So Ethereum, 8.2% of Ethereum's circulating supply is locked in DeFi, right? And somebody actually left a comment on, or question technically, under my comments yesterday, and they were asking, well, what's so good about all the staking that's going on? Right, so the reason that it's good for staking is it takes it out of circulating supply. So if you've only got an X amount that's available, let's just say 100, but 90 of that, I know this is an extreme, so we're going to use 10. Let's just say 10, because this is 8.2, right? So you got 100 that exist. You've got 10 that are not being moved around. Those that are staked, they got their own reward system, and there's an incentive why people want to move those 10 off of the market. So in reality, you only have accessible at that point in time 90, and that other 10% typically with staking is not something that you can just easily withdraw immediately in full and then be able to dump on the market. It comes out in portions so they can't largely affect things, right? So because of that, the more people that stake, the less that's actually available, and that actually reduces supply, and you got supply and demand, basic economics, right? So in brief, 9.2 million Ethereum, or 8.2% of Ethereum circulating supply, is locked in DeFi. Majority of the Ethereum is locked in the 5 protocols of Maker, Compound, SushiSwap, Uniswap, and Aave. I think that's pronounced Aave. If the Ethereum 2.0 deposit contract was considered as DeFi, there would be a total of 12.756 million Ethereum locked, making up 11% of the circulating supply. Ooh, baby. Ethereum mining difficulty registers a new, okay? So we just hit a brand new high level. I'm not going to read out this full number here, but we went from like 5.95 now. Previously, it was 5.94. So it has gotten more difficult. Okay, so like I said, we're going to be flying right through this stuff, guys. You take a look here at Bitcoin. We've got 2 minutes left on the daily chart for this before it decides to close. I do want to actually get the Bitcoin F2 pool outflow. I kind of messed that up, but that's okay. It still took me to the same website. I had it saved before. I could have saved a little bit of time. So as it is right now, yesterday it was 2,283 Bitcoin that was outflowed from F2 pool. I'm going to go ahead and update this again on my Twitter, what the full total amount is. I've been trying to keep track of this, and I'm going to see if I can do that on the daily now for you guys as one of my daily tweets. So one reason why you guys should go and, follow me on Twitter. So as it is right now, this is actually continuing to drop, guys. It's going down to $58,000 right now, looking like even potentially on the verge of being in the red, which is crazy with only like 1 minute left. So the next couple minutes is going to be extremely interesting to see what happens on that new daily candle formation. If it closes out right here, that means on the next daily candle, this is going to be below that level of support, and we could end up seeing a further drop, which is not going to be good. We are pretty close towards the top, and one good news is that you see these large wicks going on here. So it keeps battling $59,000, $60,000 range and trying to secure that, right? So we got to see what happens here. We got less than 1 minute to go with this. Ideally, it would have been amazing if we would have actually closed out above this level of support, which is now a resistance. It was a support back here, and that was back on February 21st, right? All right, so now 5 o'clock. We got the new daily candle, 58,100. I'm going to go ahead and refresh the page here. Let's see what happens. Again, it is showing below the level of that support, so it suggests more of a bearishness trend. And we are already starting to see that dip taking place. If this is going to be a considerable dip, guys, then we could end up seeing levels pushing all the way down here towards the 21 EMA. That 21 EMA is going to be at $55,179 for a potential bounce zone. As you guys can see here, though, this has actually dipped down below the level of support before it actually retraced back up and closed out in the green. The bad news is that based on this level of support that I have here, which isn't really factoring much the wicks themselves, then this shows that it's been invalidated and suggesting a little bit of a bearishness trend pattern, right? The good news is that if we actually extended this bottom line out using these wicks, then we've still got space to work with, and we're still very close towards the top, which could potentially give us just a little bit more time. So it's not a definitive thing with this, and I'm also not a financial advisor, so please keep that in mind, guys. Do not ask me directly what you should or should not invest in, because I'm not a financial advisor. Looking at the trends, though, this is where we start to pick up based on patterns, and this is what financial advisors would be looking at anyways for these things, so it's my own opinion on it, right? Now, if we take a look, we actually have a first level of support going to be at 57,638. I need to get this extended out for you guys. So let's go ahead and do that first off. So we got 57,600, as I was mentioning. Further level drop down below that, guys, then we're going to start to see it potentially plunge. There's a little bit of a relationship going on right about here, but it's not a strong based relationship. It's a complicated relationship, So I'm going to go ahead and establish this as a little bit of a zone, just because we are seeing pretty close levels off of these wicks. And that's going to be a level at 56,264. Hopefully we don't see these things happen. But again, if it goes even further down on the new 21 EMA, we have $55,134. Okay. Now, if we decide that we want to go up, first off, we're going to have to break the... Okay, let's go ahead and zoom in right here. We're going to have to break across the $60,000 mark. That's a key level of resistance. Sorry, not first off. First off, we got to break 58,400. Then we get across the $60,000 mark. That's what I'm trying to say, baby. Get past $60,000, which we've been seeing some resistance areas right across here, right? And then if we have a daily candle closure, especially above the $60,000 mark, then we're going to be aiming for the previous all-time high, which is right around $61,800. That was back on March 13th, right? So we want to try and get above that as soon as we can. There is that selling pressure that's going on right now. A lot of selling pressure. Let's see what happened with F2 Pool, and F2 Pool still doing a lot of Bitcoin outflows. They did another $1,640. All these people that are selling off their Bitcoin, guys, people are getting their stimulus checks, and all you're going to be doing is getting a discount for a lot of other people. So I can't tell you what to do with your money and everything, but hey, if people are looking to dollar cost average, this is one of those points in time where you look to try and do so, right? And now we're going to talk about the RSI. RSI is in a median zone, kind of lingering up towards the upper quadrant section, but it's still holding pretty well. The technical radars are suggesting buy, starting to lean a little bit towards neutral with that pullback that's going on with Bitcoin, now below $58,000 as of the time of this video. Just be cautious with things, guys. Now we take a look over at Ethereum and what's going on with it. Ethereum's been doing a lot of sideways movement, as you guys can see, but it's actually looking like it's forming a bit of an inverse head and shoulders pattern. So we have this formation right here, up across like that, and a little bit more of a tip point. That's actually when we zoom in here. I believe yesterday I was saying how this doesn't look like that strong of a shoulder, which I still feel like that, but when I zoom in like this bottom wick does dip down just a little bit. So you could argue that this is the formation of a pretty strong looking head and shoulder pattern, and if that was to break out, let's say right about here, well, this would not be the neckline. This would be, let's go ahead and that's actually a weird position right there like that. So it'd be roughly like that. Yeah. So we'd be looking at maybe pushing up towards the $2,400, $2,500 range, which is what I saw some other people actually talk about as well. So that's getting pretty interesting. But overall with this, guys, we're still going sideways. Got to break above 1840. Then past that's going to be 1945, break $2,000, or sorry, 1945, break across 1975, break across 2000. Then we got the 2040 dollars, and that's going to be the new price discovery zone. Now, if we go further down below, we are close to the 21 EMA. 21 EMA is at 1762. Further level drop is at 1742. And then a further level drop, we're going all the way down to 1700, guys. RSI is looking quite strong, though. We are still in the median zone. This has got plenty of room to grow and to go up. It just got to make a move, right? Technical raters also suggest buy. We could end up seeing some strong movements going on here coming up on Monday when people from Wall Street start to come back, and you're starting to see a little bit of that bounce going on now with Bitcoin. Guys, if you did not know, I do have links in the description for some referrals. So if you guys want to get involved into cryptocurrencies, there's a link there for Coinbase. There's a link there for Gemini. I've got one for BlockFi. As an affiliate with my BlockFi link, you guys can actually earn a bonus $250 in crypto. What? That's pretty good, man. That's not pretty good. That's really, really good. So you guys should check that out. And also, if you want to get involved with stocks, there's one for Webull and Robinhood. You guys are awesome. Let me know in the comments if you guys are bullish or bearish on Bitcoin and why. Same thing with Ethereum. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up like button, click the bell icon. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being a part of this community, and I will see you in the next episode.